All right, let's see what how Twitter reacts to Obama's speech. I couldn't actually find it on the radio, but I did get on the White House website. Okay, so Obama's speech, the hashtag Obama speech. Let's just start at the top here. We got some pictures. The very beginning, barf bags. Okay, so he's got some high hopes, right? He's gonna watch the president talk and then just start puking. Oh, yeah. Loves America, I bet. I bet he says he loves America. Oh, he's watching. Oh, he's got a big ass fucking, assault weapon. He's watching TV with an assault weapon. What the fuck? And Anthony Cumio. Yeah, okay, man. And he got, look at that, 105 retweets and 253 favorite it, man. Oh, it's good. That's how you should watch the president speak, you know? Reminds me of Ted Nugent. Why don't you suck on my machine gun, right? It's not threatening the president, but kind of pretty fucking close. And actually, I'll tell you this. That's why I love Obama pushing for gun control. I'm pro Second Amendment. Pretty much absolutist, just like I am with free speech. With the First Amendment, I like all my amendments. I like all my freedoms. But the fact that Obama is talking about gun control, it's something he believes. It's something that he, thinks that we do have too many shootings that happen. And my solution would be to get rid of poverty, homelessness, shit like that. To care about one another, to love, to healthcare, all that shit. I think all that matters. Mental health, all that matters. Killing others, and maybe we should stop, being an imperialistic empire. All that are ways to lower the shootings in America. But this guy here, Anthony Cumio, he's just all about, I don't know, like, fuck him. Because of Obama actually taking a stance for what he believes in. This piece of shit, he's been talking like this, before Obama was even fucking elected. Any Democrats that get in there, it's always like, oh, they're going to take our guns. What do they think about gay marriage? Like dumb, stupid sort of cultural divisive issues instead of economic. It's all about the fucking economics. This guy, he seems like he's doing all right. Look at that house. What is that, fucking 20 foot? How much did that fucking gun cost? That motherfucker's doing fine. I don't relate to that piece of shit. All right. Still more believable than an Obama speech. Oh, okay. Janie Johnson's talking about a unicorn. So essentially what? Obama's just going to lie. He's just going to one lie after another. She believes in unicorns. This is actually a good one. Gun control, 56%. This is what people were thinking what he was going to talk about. My impressions of the speech was just sort of a very generic, hey, everybody calm down. Calm down, everybody. The rhetoric of the campaign is getting a little crazy, and I just want you all to hear that I am working on security measures. It's not like we're not doing anything. We're doing things, and here's what we're working on. One thing was gun control, but other part was about the strategy to get ISIS, to destroy ISIS. He wanted the authorization for war, so he could put ground troops on, He could do it if they get authorization for war, but he's saying that he won't do it. So, I don't know. Fuck war, fuck the bullshit. In fact, that's the reason why they started slitting reporters' throats, was because of our airstrikes to begin with. So, right, we start killing, they start killing back, and now it just goes on forever. And actually, this is apologize for America. I'm so sorry America sucks. I didn't mind the poll, to be honest with you. The weather, 7%. Yeah, let's just talk about the weather. Peaceful Muslims. He did talk about that. Let's not be fucking, bigots. Gun control was the biggest thing there. Apologize for America. So, no need to watch, right? No need to watch. Everybody fucking commenting on here is actually just Obama haters. There are only three types of military strategies. So that's Esquire magazine. That'll be we'll see what pops up over there. But let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. I think that might be all the pictures. All right, so that's some of the pictures, some of the photos. All right, Let's see. Matty Ice, freedom is more powerful than fear. GOP, fear is more powerful than facts. Good fucking point. So, not just a bunch of fucking rabid racist, Obama Muslim haters, but there's also some decent people out here too. All right, this Twitter feed is going down slow. He's reading this teleprompter so good. Not really. It reminded me of Michelle Bachmann, how she's like looking all the way to the left. It's like, look me in the eye, motherfucker. What are you looking at? You're not looking at me. But even the great communicator, Ronald Reagan, he fucking read teleprompters. Here's Amy Meck. Amy Meck, sorry, jihadi Obama. I don't wish to be argumentative. Oh, really? He's jihadi Obama. So what? She's essentially saying already, hey, jihadi Obama. He's a Muslim. He's black. He's got a different skin color. He's a plant. He basically is ISIS. And he's, in the White House. And I don't want to, even though I just said all that with my loaded jihadi Obama, I don't want to be argumentative. Okay, bullshit. But let's see. I disagree with the Islamic belief that I should be killed. Little finger to the right. Hashtag stop Islam. Hashtag Obama speech. So I don't want to be argumentative, but I just disagree with the Islamic belief that I should be killed. I just saw this rapper, actually. The rapper went on and talked about how Muhammad was a person of peace, like even talking about how plants and animals, like you should just do no harm to anything or anybody. And while he did believe in defense and there's apostasy and there's other shit, I don't know, the violence for drolling Muhammad, the prophet. I don't know. I guess I'm 50-50 on the thing. I think religion is stupid and religion is bullshit, just like the Christianity. I don't really see a difference. It's brainwashing. You're not looking at reality. You're not looking at the world as it is. When you don't look at reality, then you actually are, you having a different perspective literally means you have a different reality, and you don't. You're not living in reality. Adolf, Joe Biden, Muslims are subhuman garbage. Brilliant, 32 retweets, 32 loves, and 13 retweets. So, and that's great, right? Hitler, right, with a big Confederate flag. So these are the types of fucking people. These are the fucking people that, he's sitting there saying, let's have, these are Christians. I guarantee these motherfuckers, we're Christians, and we love the fucking hating blacks, and we hate, we love Hitler's our hero. He's such a smart, brilliant man. Andrew Klavan. Good Lord. Okay. And then he got 11 retweets on that. Good Lord. What? I don't know. Were you trying to say something there, Andrew Klavan? Nor Tagore, it is our responsibility to reject religious tests. Absolutely true. We must enlist Muslim Americans as some of our strongest allies instead of pushing them away with suspicion and hate. Very true. Let me now say a word about what we should not do. Okay, I mean, people, their fucking criticism, I just watched the fucking thing. It's not even close. I wonder if it's going slow because of this. Don't let politicians convince you otherwise. There are 3 military options. This is the last of our 3 primers on making sense of military news. So, is there attrition, annihilation, and exhaustion. So attrition is a strategy that seeks to gradually erode the combat power of the enemy's armed forces. Notice the focus here is on the enemy's combat power, specifically the perfect example. This is World War I. Yeah, World War I. Fucking great war that was, wasn't it? As we are coming up on the 100th anniversary in a little more than 2 months, I would be remiss not to note that the epitome is the Battle of Verdun between the Germans and the French. So gradually erode. That's attrition. Gradually erode. I don't know. Annihilation. That's like the Hiroshima, Nagasaki. A strategy which seeks the immediate destruction of the combat power of the enemy's armed forces. Immediate destruction. For centuries this was considered the ultimate goal, with kings and generals optimally occurring in a single massive battle. which won the war all at once. Napoleon pulled this off a couple of times. His problem, of course, was that he could not manage to maintain peace, and so he had to keep going out to fight yet another war against another alliance. Much of the military history of the 19th and 20th centuries can be seen as a pursuit by leaders to replicate this sort of fast and decisive result. Our own Civil War in particular was initially filled with visions of such a grand and climactic effort, though of course it didn't pan out that way. Nevertheless, this was certainly the goal of many, if not most, American generals for at least 150 years. Exhaustion. Wait, Fabian strategy. There's 4 strategies. An alternative. Exhaustion, though. Gradual erosion of a enemy nation's will or means to resist. Here, one is pursuing an indirect objective using military power, not against enemies, armies, or navies, but against the things that make him capable of fighting at all. And Fabian strategy. So, I don't know. I feel like you've already just lied to me. Donald Trump summed up in his own words, ISIS is making a tremendous amount of money because they have certain oil camps, certain areas of oil that they took away. They have some in Syria, some in Iraq. I would bomb the shit out of them. I would just bomb those suckers. That's right. Obama has no strategy to defeat ISIS, which isn't true. Now he's preparing to let hundreds of thousands of refugees from Syria into the United States. I will stop illegal immigration. We'll build a wall on the southern border. And yes, I'll also quickly and decisively bomb the hell out of ISIS. We'll rebuild our military and make it so strong. I mean, no one will mess with us. Jeb Bush, he of the Obama, does not have a strategy. Critique puts his own version of a strategy. Creating a strategy means that we create a no-fly zone, creating safe havens for the remnants of the Syrian Free Army to be built up. We lead by getting our Arab allies and friends to be able to support one fighting force. So that's Syrian Free Army. At least he pointed out that we got some friends in Syria, right? The Syrian Free Army. Is that Assad? Is that a different group? I don't know what's going on with that. So, okay. That was actually a really good article. I'm going to come back to it. Patrick Dullard, he says that POTUS just said it is better to let ISIS continue to gain all the territory it wants than to send U.S. troops to stop them. Is that? And Matt Bevin, the governor of Kentucky, he follows Patrick Dullard. I mean, is that what Obama said? He's like, hey, America, I just want to let ISIS continue to gain territory, and I'm not going to do a thing. No, that's not what the fuck he said. Jesus Christ. He said that he doesn't want to put boots on the ground because that means it puts a base and it gives American targets for the Muslims. Also, it gives the jihadist or whatever. It also gives the radical ISIS. It gives, the fucking people that want to start this fucking war a target. It gives them a reason to recruit. Hey, look, they're on our land. They're going to come here to occupy us. And so he's essentially saying he's looking at the big picture. I'm looking at the big picture. And he's absolutely right. Why is Obama telling ISIL what we are willing to do or not do? Right, that's what he's doing. He's talking to fucking ISIS. That was his speech to America was his secret way of talking to ISIS. Get the Grant Cardone, fucking dumb fuck. Just do it. Fuck off, man. Obama is speaking for Islam. He should know he is one. Oh, Chuck Nellis, fucking brilliant, man. What a smart motherfucker, ain't he? Well, he is. He's a Muslim, Now, if anything, he's probably atheist, but he pretends to be Christian. He's been in the Christian, the Christian church, and he had the Jeremiah Wright, his preacher, right? Remember, everybody's like, oh, look at all the racist shit his preacher's saying. That's fucking Christianity. That's a Christian fucking religion. And God bless America. What the fuck, The motherfucker couldn't get more Christian than what he's doing. But if he's an atheist, suck a dick. Suck a fucking dick. That means Christianity and Islam is fucking stupid. So I guarantee you this Chuck Nellis motherfucker's a radical Christian, probably borderline terrorist, can't wait to blow up a Planned Parenthood just like they did in Colorado Springs. You know what? It makes it harder for terrorists to kill when they're dead. All right, Kira Ann Davis. Fucking genius. Just, wow, that's a good idea. What fucking, and you know what? It's weird. All these motherfuckers are wanting to declare war. What's the difference between dropping bombs on people and terrorizing the fuck out of them? 9/11 killed 3,000 people, but 15,000 people died in Afghanistan, and 500,000 to 1 million people, if not more, died in Iraq. So, and what did Iraq have to do with anything? Not a goddamn thing. We start this shit, all this fucking shit spinning out of control, and now we're just gonna let's just bomb everybody. Is that what? I bet that is what some of these dumb motherfuckers. Hey, let's just drop nukes on everybody. Drop nukes on everybody. That means they're basically wanting to kill us. That's suicidal. They want the whole world to fucking be vanquished. And that's what the belief in God does. That's the Christians. That's the fucking, it's every fucking religion. I mean, your religion, your God is better than mine. Suck my dick. Your religion ain't fucking better. If anything, your fucking dumbass belief in God is what's going to kill us all. It's going to fucking blow up this whole planet. Your God's better than my God. Bullshit. Gretchen Carlson. Now gun control. We must make it harder for terrorists to kill. What about all the bombs they had to blow us up? I'm not sure where she's going with that, but that's we should make it harder for terrorists to kill. That's absolutely true. The no-fly zone. I actually thought about Kokesh, Adam Kokesh. He was dancing and he got arrested for dancing, and then his life spun out of control. But he's not a fucking threat to anybody. Adam Kokesh, he's on the no-fly zone. So I don't know. I think until we have criminal justice and reform and helping people and love, the future must not belong to those who slander the Prophet of Islam. So give me all your guns. John Rivers, I'm ordering my AK-47 today. Heidi Harris, fucking wonderful, right? Why? Because Obama's talking, and then Obama's trend tracker crashed. Chuck Nellis, Carol Roth, our strategy is we're going to review our strategy. Gretchen Carlson, so what are we doing differently after 14 Americans were killed here by terrorists? We have to change our entire fucking, Gretchen Carlson wants to change our entire fucking way of life, everything we're doing. San Bernardino, California, how fucking far away is that? And 14 people? How many people were killed at Planned Parenthood? How many killed, just a couple days? Yesterday, Saturday morning, you had San Francisco cops. You had that other place, let's see, Miami Beach, San Francisco. Cops are fucking killing people left and right. Laquan McDonald, 17 fucking shots right on camera, and then they lie about it. And then we're more likely, we've had over 1,000 people murdered by police officers. And what, 14 people were killed by, just three motherfuckers, 3 homegrown terrorists. They were here to begin with and then eventually got inspired. There was some woman that came over on a visa, a fiance visa, but she came over to an American-born man, which he's allowed to do that. He's allowed to go marry a woman and then bring her over. So, how do you change the American mentality? If you have an American Muslim that's living here and they want to marry somebody, and my God, this is the bigotry. This is the fucking vitriol that Obama's talking about. No, Obama, 9/11 wasn't complicated. They took down the towers with box cutters. Rick Canton, man, life is life. What the fuck are you talking about? 9/11 wasn't complicated. You couldn't pull it off. Fucking Rick Canton acting like it wasn't complicated. Oh, the shit's easy. You have box cutters and that's it. Get the fuck out of here. Carla, Obama's speech is exactly as we predicted. Yeah, right. He's more eloquent and charismatic and genius. He's more smart than these stupid fucking... Wait, wasn't Fort Hood workplace violence? I'm confused. Are you, Blake? The morning spew. Here comes the gun control. Okay, just barely. He just wants the people on the no-fly zone list to have, so it's like the tiniest bit of gun control I've ever fucking heard. Don't understand why Obama feels the need to set up a podium in front of the desk. That's funny. It's a terrorist attack. Hello, Obama ISIS pledge done by wife just prior to shooting. Okay, what about the Colorado Springs, that Christian fucking terrorist? That's terrorism. That is terrorism. What about all those police shootings? That is terrorism. War is terrorism. It's massive scale terrorism. So let's just say murdering people is wrong. Thou shalt not kill. Do any Christians believe that still? Thou shalt not kill. ISIS did claim responsibility. They were not ISIS. They were ISIS sympathizers, but they weren't members. So You can't, there's actually no fucking way to prevent something like that. If any American, let's take that fucking Colorado Springs shooter, you know, just out of nowhere, he got inspired and just wanted to shoot up Planned Parenthood just for the fuck of it. And he's like, I've had enough. I'm gonna go shoot these motherfuckers up. Well, you can't stop that. That's a white fucking guy, and he's looking at all the Fox News and all these assholes, and eventually he got inspired by it and then went out and did it. So that could happen with any idea, any fucking hate, any type of bullshit out here at any moment, at any time, you know, and I think that's why we need to care about one another. If motherfucker is on the edge like that and ready to just snap, you can't really, that is Christian terrorism. And if we acted the exact same way as we did in 9/11, then we would have to declare war on radical Christianity. We'd have to go see who finances this guy. And, you know, you'd have Jade Helm and, in America, you would have martial law because we would have to invade ourselves. We'd have to see where did he come from? Oh, he came from, you know, Louisville. Well, I guess we have to fucking invade Louisville. Well, what does that make sense to anybody? And then what? Because he killed a couple people, now we got to kill a shit ton of Louisvillians. It's the same logic with Afghanistan in 9/11. 15,000 people deserve to die in Afghanistan. Bin Laden was in Pakistan. And then what about Iraq? Iraq had nothing to fucking do with 9/11, but who gives a fuck, right? I mean, if Bush fucking lies to us a million times, that's okay. Let's go kill them damned Iraqis. That's bullshit. Obama's speech, nice, starts out with an effing lie. Well, what was the lie? Who gives a shit? Let's just love it. 23 loves. If you're having a drinking game, each time Obama says Islamic or Muslim, you'd be totally sober at the end. I guess he thinks we're all completely stupid. Yeah, Heidi Harris, man, you got it, rebel Yankee. Oh, good. Even the fucking North wants to be Confederates. ISIL is contained within our borders. Yeah, just like this rebel, right? Rebel Yankee. So this cocksucker is, you know, a Confederate, which is terrorist against America. You want to talk about ISIS and terrorism right there? Whoever this fucking rebel Yankee is, that's a fucking terrorist. Or a terrorist wannabe, or a terrorist supporter. He believes in violence against the United States of America. Treasonous, traitorous, you know, fucking Confederate bastard. Fuck the Confederacy, man. You want to talk some motherfucking racist, fucking terrorist, fucking bullshit? You know, that's them. Only 38% of Americans currently approve of the way the president is handling terrorism. The NRA's number one gun salesman is about to speak. I'm assuming Obama waited until 8 p.m. because he had no golf conflicts. As Obama speaks, always remember the first thing Hitler did was to take their citizens' guns. Don't forget, he's just like Hitler. Bobby Smith with the female picture. Bobby, is that a girl? I wonder if it is. It's probably a guy. Probably some big fat fucking... Hell, that might be ISIS right there, right? ISIS getting us to hate our own goddamn president. ISIS a Confederate, man. We should put them motherfuckers on the same island and let them duke it out themselves. All these cocksuckers want to hurry up and get us in this war, that war. They're like John McCain. It's like they haven't found a conflict that they didn't want to start a fucking war over. Michael Brown, just being honest here, what can he seriously say tonight that would cause any of us to say, oh, okay, didn't expect that? Nothing. But, I mean, maybe that's just, hey, everybody calm down. Here's what America's doing. As America, here's what we're doing. In 10 minutes, Obama will begin shredding the Constitution on live television. He didn't do that. President Obama will lie to the nation at 8 p.m. No, didn't do that. Wolf Blitzer's just begging for war. He could be doing that. My fellow Americans, we are under attack by terrorists with guns who are not Muslims. Now give me your guns. Rebel Yankee, again, you know, he wants to declare war on America. That's what the Confederates want to do. They, you know, I don't know, fuck it. You know, these motherfuckers want a civil war. Let's fucking go with these motherfuckers. I mean, seriously. They hate America. They hate this country. They hate our president. They hate our way of life. They hate it. They absolutely fucking hate it. And because they're dumb, racist, you know, bigots. You can criticize, you know, someone of a different race or religion or culture, but these motherfuckers hate the whole fucking culture. And I'm not even a religious person, but I can see that, you know, if there are Christians that could do good and be good, then Muslims could do good and be good too. Is it really that fucking hard to understand? Will Obozo propose another executive order tonight? He could. He's actually given less executive orders than all the presidents for like 100 years, but who gives a shit about the truth? Going to be a lot of non-political, pissed-off football fans when the kickoff gets delayed. Never forget what this tyrant said. The most foolish mistake we could possibly make would be to allow the subject races to possess arms. History shows that all conquerors who have allowed their subject races to carry arms have prepared their own downfall by doing so. That's, I mean, I'm pro Second Amendment, so I love my freedom and I love my Second Amendment. I stand with my, here's what it is. I stand with my Muslim brothers. Americans that own guns are the bad guys. That's not what the fuck he said. He says, if you're on the no-fly list, which would be you're a fucking Muslim, terrorist, supposedly. If you're on the no-fly list and you're, one of these radical Islamic extremists, right? One of these ISIS people, he's saying those people shouldn't get the guns. But the Republicans actually say, no, even them can get the guns. Everybody get guns. Guns every fucking place, everywhere. So, I don't know. I mean, I hate their criticisms, man. Who's excited to not watch The Liar in Chief? This is America. America, the ones that are on Twitter at least, they are a bunch of bitchy fucking racist cunts. An American fighter jet just bombed a Syrian army position in Deir ez-Zor minutes before Obama's speech on terrorism. Now that's fascinating. An American fighter jet has bombed a Syrian army position in Deir ez-Zor minutes before Obama's speech on terrorism. So Jeb Bush actually did give me sort of some clarification. He was for the Syrian Free Army, which means what? What does that mean? I don't know. Can't decide which would be more depressing tonight, Obama versus no new Walking Dead. Please don't change the channel. Please don't politicize. Please don't use it for a different agenda. Obama's speech, God bless America. Tonight, America is being lectured by a man who received the Nobel Peace Prize for doing nothing and since then has Obama's speech. Shocked and dismayed. If anything, he's a warmonger with the fucking drone strikes and the empire. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm sure the terrorists care as much as criminals do about gun laws. All right, here's Obama. I'll end it off on this one because I'm tired of reading the fucking, I just want to point out that you're in violation of Section 12276.1 of our gun laws. To ISIS, I love ISIS. It's funny cartoon, but it just sort of, it shows that he's winking. Our enemy is not Islamic terrorism. It's Americans in the Constitution. Wink, wink. Jesus, man. It's insane. The shit that they fucking believe and carry on and pass around. This is insanity. 559 new results. Let's do about 10 more and cut this. What is this? 30-minute video. Cut it down. 10 more, 559 new results. Can we do that? Well, it looks like we're having some problems with the technology here. That worked. So let's click on this again. Okay, here we go. POTUS, we cannot turn against one another. Good. How can we not disagree? How can we not, agree with that? Let's not turn against one another. Nah, these motherfuckers, Confederates are for civil war. They are for a fucking civil war. And I don't know how actually it'll line up. I think that, racists are what, 20%, 10 to 20%. The racists are everywhere and you probably can never get fucking rid of them. Maybe you can, I don't know. If you can get rid of communism, if you could attack an idea, then maybe you could get rid of these fuckers. So if you could get rid of an idea, then yeah, let's fuck the Confederates, neo-Confederates. Let's declare a war on them motherfuckers. So the guy who made a record arms deal with Gulf countries want gun safety. Cool story. There is no radical Islam. Islam is radical, right? Just like that one guy. All Muslims want to murder. Yeah, just like all Christians want to kill. Just like Jesus says, love your enemies by blowing them up. None of you motherfuckers are Christians. Y'all the fucking worst, shittiest Christians I've ever fucking... Oh, here's a nice Confederate flag. Ron Busby. Exactly. That's his contribution. That's right. You're so right. Why did Obama sell $1 billion of anti-tank missiles to Saudi to give to terrorists? Those who will benefit most from Obama's speech: NRA, gun shops, and Muslim terrorists hoping to still use the religion as shield. This is one of the rare moments for great statesmanship, leading with the heart. All reason in his words will be ignored. Wow, Marco Rubio was impressive in Fox News analysis. Obama's speech: the gun control measures are for American safety. They are common sense. If you're on the no-fly list, you should not have a gun. I'm going to favorite that just because I'm sick of all these other fucking people. You will learn to love your new neighbors, Syrian refugees, the ones you've been bred to hate our freedoms and culture. A lot of the Obama speech would have made sense if someone had just blown up a mosque full of toddlers. Why the constant lecturing? Jesus Christ. I'm having that's what you're pushing for. All these cocksuckers are pushing for that. Blow up mosque full of terrorists. Yep, that's what they're for. Amy, I'm having a block party with all these radical Republicans freaking out over guns. What does the GOP want to... Why do they want to arm the terrorists? That's, the no-fly exist. That's exactly what the fuck he is talking about. Let me say a word about what we should not do. Flips through the Quran to find the right words. Oh, man. Rick Shaw, that's it. Yeah, he reads the fucking Quran. Because, there's no dumb shit in the Bible. There's just as equally dumb shit in the Bible as there is in with Islam. How does Islamic terrorism in America invoke a call for better control? Obama's delusional. Very important graphic. GOP Americans are fearful children led by the nose. Time for a no confidence in Barack Obama's commander-in-chief. Interesting Obama speech referenced 2009 Fort Hood shooting as terrorism, since White House denied that until 2015. Absolutely, oh God, I'm sick of these motherfuckers. Well, so America has spoken, right? The Twitter sphere, a bunch of trolls pissed off that we still got a black president. That's why they're supporting Trump. They have nowhere to put that hatred, and Trump is going to just, he's going to eat all that hatred up. So, fuck you haters, Jesus, and you hypocrites, you superstitious, fucking ignorant ass, fucking haters. God damn it, man, and you tyrant, fuck you motherfuckers.